Hello! Happy Thursday. That looks rude. Okay, don't do that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I'm not giving you the finger, but wow, okay. Anyway, hello. Off to a great start, Tamara. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Check It Out Tuesday, Thursday edition for Thursday, February 23rd. This is Tamara's paper trail. I'm Tamara. This is Tamara's finger. That is not a rude gesture. It's just a pointer. It's my telescopic pointer, okay? Give me Heidi-ho. Let me know who's out there following along with tonight's R-rated show. Melanie. Oh, I had a fun day today. Hi, Teresa. Yeah, it was a fun day. Alicia played hooky, so we went shopping. So, yeah, it was like 5:30. I went, yeah, I got a thing at 7. Like, I guess I should figure out what I'm doing. Got a few ideas, but yeah, no, we had fun. I bought some stuff. I don't know. All of it was black. Shocking. I'm like, I want more sweat. I'm like the cardigan. I don't know. I'm the cardigan queen of the world. That's all I have is cardigans. And I'm like, but I don't have black. Okay, hang on. I don't have black ones. I have black everything else. And so I needed to, Alicia's like, Mom, you need new shirts. Like all my shirts have, you know, those holes like where your jeans poke through, like from the, I don't know, from the dryer, whatever. It's from. Anyway, I've got all these shirts that have holes in them. She's like, Mom, I think it's time for a new shirt. I'm like, all right, I'll go shopping. I hate shopping. Don't want to go shopping, right? When you're heavy or you've gained weight. I'm like, I don't want to go shopping. When shopping, I managed to just buy like 4 tops. Anyway, so I'm still wearing the same top, but I did buy a whole bunch of black cardigans. I don't know. Anyway, and yeah, we just had a lovely day. And then I came home and I don't know what I've been doing since. I don't know what I've been doing. I don't know. A little of this, that, and the other. Hey, look at all the people who are popping in. See, I knew if I threw out there, hey, I'm playing with all these toys that none of us ever play with, that I'd have lots of people popping in to check it out. Melanie and Teresa and Sheila and hi, Penny. And Marcella. Marcella, you're leaving soon, aren't you? Marcella, club order before you leave. You're leaving, right? Club order, girl, before you leave, okay? Thank you. Hi, Jen and Paulette. Ding, ding, ding. Hi, Pat. Okay. Oh, well, thank you, Melanie. Emily D. Baker stole Gerald from you. I don't know who that is, but I'm going to have a word with her. That's okay. We share. New technique for you. Okay, Heather, we got all kinds of things going on. I was spoiled for choice today, so I don't know where this is going to land. I'm not actually going to finish a card. I'm just going to show you some bits and pieces, which is what I love about Check It Out Tuesday, Thursday edition. Just check it out. Like, let's play with some of these things that we don't play with. The cardigan was the new blazer. Yeah, Rachel. I got this one, and it looks horrible on me, honestly. Like, I've got a trunk. Like, I have a shelf going on back there. Like, you could like balance a plate on my tuchus. And this sweater does nothing for me, but I love it. It's like oversized, and it's just so cozy. And so I bought it. Because darn it, I deserve it. There you go. Oh, it's going to be a huge mess, Tracy. Okay, let's go in here. Oh, good, Marcella. Excellent. Leaving Monday. Oh, the Canada Games. Yes, I saw that. Good on you for volunteering, Marcella. That's awesome. That was your bell. I know. Ding, 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 ding. Yes, okay. Let's flip this over. Let's get messy. Let's get messy, you guys. 7:04. Enough of the yammering. So, well, I'll yammer all the way through regardless. Now, this is going to be messy. I just know it because I'm playing with all the time. What should we use first? Heat and stick powder? Probably. Heat and stick powder. I've got my embossing paste, and it's not dry. I've got masks. I got the brush. Like, I got all the toys, you guys. Oh, I know I am, Sheila. I know. I'm working on my self-talk. It's okay. This is kinder and gentler than I usually am to myself. I'm actually been pretty kind to myself lately. It's true though. I have a big trunk, and this sweater really does nothing for me, but it's cozy. It makes me happy, so it's good. 30 hours, good for you, Marcella. Okay, what do you want to play with first, you guys? Should we do this heat and stick powder? Like, so many people, you might not even have it. I buy it. It comes out, I buy it, right? And they're like, I don't know what to do with this. What is this? What is this heat and stick for? What is it for? What does it do? It was very popular way back when, like I'm talking, I've been doing this 17 years. So like 13, 14, 15 years ago, the heat and stick powder was quite popular because we had a chunky glitter and we needed a way to stick the chunky glitter to chipboard. Do you remember our chipboard? bought it. I know, right, Heather? Do you know how to use the heat and stick powder? Let's do this first. I'm going to show you. So the other thing that I have is some of this gold leafing. And I've used it exactly twice. It's messy as I'll get out, but it's beautiful. And so I was playing with something a couple days ago. I was playing. I thought, that's it. I'm going to use. It's so cold in here, squirrel. Look what I made. Okay, like it's not a card, but it's really, really pretty. Dazzling diamonds. Yes, that too, Sheila. But hi, Jennifer. But really, and Gail, the heat and stick was really good for the chunky glitter. Like, y'all remember it, right? The leafing. Okay, right, Melanie? Because you probably don't know how to. And it is messy as I'll get out. The static on this stuff will kill you. So let me just show. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I think this is beautiful. And what I wanted to do is use it with the queen bee stuff. And I went, oh, I'm going to use the queen bee. And I'm going to emboss the bee in gold. And it's going to be gorgeous. And it was, but it's not. Look at the queen bee. Our gold embossing does not match our gold leafing. So that drives me a little bit crazy. So it got kind of chucked out to the side. Now, what I might end up doing with this is just taking some of our gold, and see, even that's not right. Like, our golds don't match, and my borderline OCD-edness can't handle that. So here it sits. I know, right? Jennifer, where's Donna? Donna, are you in the house? Donna, I haven't seen her yet. Jen. Anyway, I thought this was really pretty. So why don't we try to do this? See, I don't know if I want to make another black one because I don't know what to do with it. Maybe, well, let's just do it on black. That's not, oh, I'm okay. I don't know what I'm running into my cut and emboss machine. Let's just play with it so you know how to use it. So let's get, maybe I'll try it. Let's just do it in green. Is green going to be pretty with gold? Green and gold is good. Oh, that reminds me of the Edmonton Eskimos, or no, the elk. The Edmonton elk, or the Edmonton elks, because you can have it plural if you want to. Okay, so what size was this? Let's just get busy here. 4 by 5 1/4. So 5 1/4 by, oh, 5 1/4, what? 5 1/4 by, what? 5 1/4, I don't know what's going on. 5 1/4, I don't know why we're whispering. Okay, 5 1/4 by 4. Okay, so this one I ran through, oh, let's do it in a, do we have another embossing folder I could use? Why don't we use a new one just for fun? Should I use this one? Or should I use one of the new ones, that bubbly one? I could use this bubbly one. What I used here was the painted texture 3D thingy. Curling, oh, but I'm thinking, why don't we do dots? Let's do dots. Want to do dots? Let's see, because I haven't played with this one yet. This is one of the new ones that you can't get yet unless you're a demonstrator. There's a 3-pack of embossing folders that we can get with our online exclusives starting March 1st if you're not. Look at the mess. I haven't even started doing anything and it's already messy. I have too many toys pulled out. Like there's such a thing as too many toys. Okay, focus. If you're not a demonstrator, you can get this stuff March 1. If you are a demonstrator, you can get it now. Okay, you know when you emboss, you put the seam in first so it doesn't ruin and break and crack your embossing folder. So we're going to do these bubbles. The dots, yeah. Elk is plural of elk. That's a new name, just makes my I know, right? But I thought you could also say elks. Couldn't you? I don't know. I think it's ridiculous, and it irritates me that we changed it. I don't think anybody had a problem with it being called the Edmonton Eskimos. Eskimos didn't have a problem. Like the Eskimo people didn't have a problem with them being called Eskimos. But anyway, that's a whole political conversation we don't need to have here. Okay. Now, what is this? This is the pedal pink. Oh my gosh. Okay, we need our heat tool. All right, here we go. I'm ready to roll. What I'm going to do first is I am going to take my, what is this called? Embossing Buddy. And I'm just going to rub it over my cardstock. This takes away the oils and any static that you got going on. And the oils from your fingers. Now, you need the heat and stick. So back in the day when we had this chunky glitter, you put Versamark your image or whatever it was you're doing. Then you put on the heat and stick powder and you heat it. That makes it sticky. Then you would put your chunky glitter down and then you kind of heat it to kind of set it in there a little bit stronger. So this is the same idea. I'm going to take my Versamark. And this is what we need to stick the gold leaf to the card. So I'm going to take my Versamark and I'm just going to kind of swipe it. I should probably have my, is this going to be visually annoying to you? Probably. I've got this great big silicone sheet, like it's massive. I got it on Amazon a long time ago. And it's bigger, it's really big. Okay, let's go. This is going to get messy. So because these bumps are raised, I'm just going to swipe, tap, dab my Versamark, and it's going to touch on these raised bumpy areas. Now, I'm going to, if you have this little tray, it's great. I kind of like the tray. I kind of don't like the tray. No, Sheila, Coda doesn't craft with me. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. He hangs out there. He hasn't eaten yet, but he doesn't come in here very often. This tray is great. It has a little plug. So the idea is you pour, you know, your stuff over your card, and then it's all kept in here. The mess is all contained in here. And then there's a little plug here that you, when you take it out, and you can tap it back into this. I find the static in here kind of drives me insane. So a lot of times I'll just grab a piece of paper, I'll fold it in half. I'll just kind of show you both at once, the techniques here. Grab my heat and stick powder. And you're going to cover your card. Like this is with any embossing powder or anything that you're using. It's the same idea. This is the heat and stick. Right, and then if you tap it onto your paper where it's folded, then you can just pour it back into your tub. Now, some of that even missed, so, you know, it's there. I'm not going to save it. I can't be bothered to save that. So there we go. Everybody's out of the pool there. Now, I did a fairly brutal job of applying my heat and stick to just the areas. You can see it's everywhere. So I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to flick it into the garbage. I'm going to flick off any major extras and whatever. This is just like a show and tell, so it doesn't really matter if it's nice or not. So we're going to heat set it, and this is going to make it sticky. Okay, and my cord isn't really long. That's okay. I just want to show you how to get this gold leafing onto your card. So we're going to heat set this, and it's going to turn clear. See, there it goes. Going to melt it. Okay, so there we go. All melted and ready to go. So it's sticky now. Sticky. Now, I really should have this in a bigger tub, but hey, Connie. I was watching Connie instead of doing what I should have been doing. So now I'm going to take my gold leaf, and this ideally is going to be a great big square container, but man, I'm going to grab this leaf stuff and I'm going to put it on top of my card, and it's going to start sticking to the sticky stuff. And it's going to fall outside of the container. And then I'm just going to work these flakes. Like these are big flakes, and the more you use them, the more broken down they get, because I'm going to start going like this and rubbing it off. And so the big flakes are, over time, they become littler, smaller flakes. And I'm okay with it not being stuck to every little blob here, because this is just for demonstration purposes. So this is where it takes me a few minutes of getting messy. Now I'm going to bring back in I have other trays. Those other trays. Okay, this is going to get messy. Bring this in here. So I'm just going to rub it around and break up these leaves. And look, see, like you can see the static. See them jumping all over the place? Like this is where I want to lose my mind. And I kind of want to break up where I don't want it to be. Like on this one, it was everywhere, and I just kind of kept rubbing it off because I didn't want it to be as everywhere that it was. So you can get in there, rub off what you don't want with your fingers. You could scratch it off with your nail, like, so in this particular case, because they're polka dots, and if I don't want them in between, like, I'm just going to scratch it off. A lot of it can be covered with your sentiment or whatever image you're doing, but just to show you how to apply it. Like, these were all the spots where you could see that I had my Versamark pad a little bit too heavy-handed there, and over here too. You can just scratch that off. It's not going to be there for life, but it's going to give you that look. And that's exactly what I did on this embossing folder. So I swiped my Versamark on it, attached the gold leafing, and just rubbed it off until I had a pattern I liked. And this is really pretty. I thought you use a brush to rub the gold. You can do that. Yes, you absolutely can, Wendy. So I have done it before. I've got a variety of brushes here, and you can brush it off if you want to be gentle. I'm okay. Like, I want to get in here and manhandle on these because I really just kind of wanted it on the bumps. But yes, you can use a brush to flick it off and keep it all organic and soft. Yeah. If you have a potato scrubber in your craft cave, because doesn't everybody, it's a hard bristled one. I've got, yes, I do have one here. Our old, I got everything here. Our old stipple brushes. All right, that's a little bit firmer. More firm, so that'll take off any extra bits that you don't want there. And yeah, that's just pretty. So maybe our little Mr. Bumblebee might not look as bad on this gold. It's not as glaringly, no, it still looks horrible. He's not the right color gold. But look at how beautifully this butterfly, or this this bumblebee embossed. I didn't think it would do that well. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. Okay, so that's just a big old mess now all over my desk. And it's going, look at the static. Oh, it's gonna hot. Okay, we're not. Oh, no. Okay, mess number one. Okay, let's put the lid back on this bad boy because the static is everywhere. But this, I love this. I just don't know what to do with it now. Because all of the other golds don't, oh my gosh, I've got gold everywhere. Like, don't do this if your husband doesn't like gold flakes. Don't, oh my gosh. Craig ran into another guy at work today whose wife is a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And when Craig said, your wife does Stampin' Up? He says, yeah. He says, mine too. With that, his colleague came over and actually hugged him and said, I'm sorry, man. He's like, you lost your man cave too? He's like, yeah. So I've told Craig he needs to start a support group at work for husbands of Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. He knows about 4 guys at work whose wives are Stampin' Up! And I'm like, okay, this makes me angry because these women should all be in my community. Like, if you would have been talking about Stampin' Up! And they would have gone home and told their wives, then they'd all be in my team. So I'm mad at Craig, but it was quite funny. They hugged each other. Sorry, man. Hi, Chris. All right. Let's move on. So that is how you use the gold leaf and the heat and stick powder. So you don't have to reset this. Like, it's in there now and it's stuck to all the glue. So you don't have to reheat it. It's good. It's in there. That's how your heat and stick powder works. Okay. Now, I know that I have done, oh, wrong button. Oh, Lord. Don't be doing this again. Hang on. I know that I've shown you masks before. Come on, where are you? Come back to me. There we go. All right. I've done masks before. Let's do them again. So did y'all watch Sarah Douglas this week? I don't often watch Sarah because I'm usually busy doing something else. But she brought out her masks and I went, you know, it's time to get busy with some masks here because I don't use them enough. Now I have every mask that they've ever brought out. And I realize these are all now retired. But I still will keep them. Some I didn't like this one. This one was horrible because it kept moving. Like, it moves. You can't, this one's garbage. I should just throw that one away. So I've got them all. I have used many of them. I use them usually once. then they go back on the shelf. But they're so pretty, and I won't get rid of them because they only take up a little bit of space, and now they're all hooked together. Okay, so anyway, I've got all the masks. I thought, oh, I'll bring them all out and I'll show all the masks that are current. Yeah, there are two. Two sets of masks are current. The one is, you can actually get it free right now. So obviously they are not big sellers because they've got them free with a $60 purchase. There they are, the loveliest layers decorative masks. And originally I thought, oh, I ordered them. Oh, no, I didn't. And then yes, I did. So that's what those check marks mean on page 62. So this is in the mini catalog. So here they are. And I was tempted to buy them before. And then I was like, ooh, didn't buy them. Now they're free. Free is my favorite. So now I own them. There is another set of masks that are available for purchase on page 128. So something tells me that these might not be around in the next catalog if they have so many left over and people aren't buying them. So let's start using them. Yes, you can use masks like that too, Nikki. Absolutely. So Nikki's saying you can just make your own masks using builder punches and the acetate sheets and so on and so forth. Yes, and I have done that. You don't even have to use the acetate. So you can make your own masks or your own, like, stencils. So this is one I had done if you watched me like about a year ago. This is one that we made with the succulents, potted succulents dies. And I made a stencil out of paper. And I've used embossing paste with the paper ones. So you can make your own stencils. Absolutely. You can make them out of our acetate that we get on our photopolymer stamp sets. And I now have those kept neatly and tidily in one of our DVD cases. Like, and I've okay, you don't have to save every single one, Tamara. So I've only kept, you know, about 100. So I keep them just in a little, one of our clear DVD cases so that they're ready to go. So yes, you could make a template using that and use them, or for $13.75 you can buy them from Stampin' Up. So here are the ones that we can get for free right now. It comes with this one and these four. So these are the ones that Sarah used. I went, yeah, I'm gonna use these, darn it. So we're gonna use these tonight. And this is the other one that is in the annual catalog, and we're gonna use that maybe not tonight, but let's just look at them because look at them. So we can do like our own plaid. Tracy, why aren't we doing this more often? So you can layer, you can do this just by itself. You can layer them, so you can do a plaid inside. Like you can make your own buffalo plaid in any colors. Hello, how fun. Any colors. These, we can do little masks, or we can just color in here and then stamp in it. And here's the negative piece. I don't know, I guess there's no negative piece from this one. And then these ones, like just pretty, 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 pretty. So how do we use them, Tamara? Let's get busy. And I thought I would start with ink, and then I'll show the one that Sarah had done because it'll be close to being a completed card. And then I'm going to do it again with embossing paste. Embossing this stuff, the paste. What's it called? Embossing paste. Yeah, embossing paste. Show you how to use that. Okay. I know, right, Tracy? For heaven's sakes, what is wrong with us? Why don't we use the tools we buy? So, let's leave this little thing down here. I'm going to get out some paper to get messy on. And I've got my, where'd it go? I brought out a whole stack of, where's my stack? I brought it, here we go. A whole stack of layers, right? My stack. So again, I keep these in my old clamshells, 5 by 3 3/4. Okay. I don't want a dirty sheet. I want a clean sheet. I've got 50,000 pieces of scrap and I don't have any that are clean. Come on. There. So I take my grid paper, like when I have classes and that, and I chop it up. Like I don't, you know, okay. So let's start here. We're going to do, these are like 4-step stamping. So there are flowers, there are 2 flower images, and there are 2 leaf images. So they layer on top of each other. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in with this in a light color. Then we're going to go in, and this is the detail, is going to go in a darker color. Likewise with the leaves. So Sarah had suggested, and I like that idea, layer or number your stencils. So I just grabbed a Sharpie. So I'm going to do this one first in light, this one in darker, then this one in light, and this one in darker. So so I brought in a piece of 5 by 3 3/4, just a layer. And if I was smart, I would tape them together, but I'm lazy and I don't want to, so I'm not going to. You can use washi tape. You can like tape this piece of paper down. I mean, where's that stuff I bought from that store? Hang on. Okay, I'll do it just for you. Okay, hang on. This is like, I don't know, this is tape. Like Post-it note tape. So let's just put this down so it doesn't move. And then I just won't move the stencil. I'll just make sure that I don't move it. So what color combination do you want? Vote now. Do we want blues, yellows, that's the pinkies, oranges, whatever that is, or the purples? Vote now. Uh-oh. What store did you find that at? This? Jennifer, I got this Staples. Maybe Staples online, possibly Amazon. It's Post-it note stuff. Orange, purple, blues. Okay, we need a tiebreaker here. Might do more than one. Orange, pink. Oh gosh. Okay, when you ask 50 people, you're gonna get 50 different answers, right? Purple, purple, purple. I got more purples. Greens, those are gonna be for the leaves anyway, so everybody will have green. Orange. Okay, I'm gonna do the purples. I kind of am loving these ones too. Let's do purple. Sure. Okay, I'll do purples. So I'm going to, this is an old brush. I've got some new brushes, purples. So I'm going to go with Fresh Freesia. Yeah, no, I probably did it through Amazon, Jennifer. I do almost everything through Amazon. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my blending brush in my Fresh Freesia, and I'm going to go in a circular motion. Lay down some ink in all the little holes. Don't worry, blue people. We'll get some blue going on the next one, and I think I'll do it with embossing paste. I think I bit off a little more than I can chew tonight with everything I wanted to show you. Okay, so there's step 1. Ta-da! Okay. All right, now he's kind of dirty. I'm gonna just set him over here. Hey, Brandy. Okay, then I'm going to go in with my Gorgeous Grape and my next stencil. So this one's going to layer on top of here. And because they were the same size, I cut them the same size as the mask. If I lay it like this, you can see where it's supposed to go. And I'm going to try to cover up like that. That covers up like pretty much all of the white bits. Okay. All right, Valerie. I'm purple too. Team purple. Going in with some Gorgeous Grape, and I probably should change my brush, but I'm not going to because I'm going to darker. I'll wash it off later. But I'm going to go in with my Gorgeous Grape now, and I'm going to do the accent of the darker purple. Just if you're gonna wing it like me, do not move the mask. You want a nice crisp contrast. So don't move the mask. Get in there. Actually, I meant to go in with my tiny brush because look how cute these little suckers are. Freaking adorable. I love cute things. I love them. I meant to go in with the smaller brushes to get in these little dots a little bit easier, but that's fine. It's okay. I'll do it on the leaves maybe. Okay. Now, this is very dirty, so it's going to go over here. Try not to... Oh! Okay. Pretty. Pretty. Look at that brush now. I need to clean him off. Put him over here somewhere where he's not going to get all messy. Now, I'm going to go in with my leaves. So, the third one is going... Okay, just about had it covered by this masking tape, but it's not. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the lighter color, the Parakeet Party. Yeah, I suppose, Nikki. But I have to have all the things. It's just who I am. All right, so for this one, do I have a green brush? Oh, I do have a green. You know what? I'm going to go in with... I'll do the big ones. I'll do the big one in the Parakeet. And again, you don't want to move... Oh, hello. You don't want to move your mask. Like, these don't take a lot of time. I don't know why we don't dig them out more. And I was thinking you could actually set these up on your Stamparatus and have the magnets kind of stuck on them in place. Okay, so there's the parakeet. And now I'm going to go in with my little cutie patooties. And this is the Granny Apple Green. So this will layer on here for the accent. I'm just trying to hide most of, there we go. Just hiding the white to get it lined up as well as I can. So you guys who are in Edmonton, I've got, I think, 12 people coming to my Panda Express class on the 7th of March. If you're in the Edmonton area, let me know if you want to come. I have extra kits. I didn't actually have to buy kits because I found 20 of them in my stash. So if you want to come and you want the birthday kit, I got you. Let me know. It's going to be so fun. 12 of like, oh, that was a little too juicy. Can you see that? It's actually pooling and puddling. Look. That might have been a little, oh my goodness, that's a little juicy. Okay, a lot of bleeding going on there. Oh, he's here. He's here. Okay, so there is our, oh, I had to ruin it at the last minute here. Let me just heat set. I'm going to heat this. Let that ink dry for a second. Because it's not going to end well. Do you like my bangs today? I love my bangs today. It was so fun. I was at my dad's on Wednesday. And my mom says, oh yeah, Elaine is coming over to cut Dad's hair at 11. Elaine's my hairdresser. And she also makes a house call to my dad to trim his like 4 little white hairs. So she comes over and there I am. And she's like, oh, hi. And then she offered to cut my bangs for me. So I'm like, this is a sweet deal, man. I've got my hairdresser coming over to my dad's house to cut my hair. It's great. Okay, well, that's still not completely dry. And then what Sarah did is she just mounted it on a piece. Well, actually, she cut them out with the stitched rectangles. And I might do that in a bit. So here's the stitched rectangle dies. So she cut them out with the, I guess, the biggest one. Maybe not. Yeah, I'll go a little bit smaller because that's... Cut it out like this. Stamp a sentiment. Well, we could do one. Why not, Tamara? Come on. It's still a little wet. That's the only thing. So she had cut it out. Oh well. Where's my big guy? Let's go here. Hang on. Let's do this. The small one. What, Nikki? Thanks, Jennifer. See you later, alligator. Okay. Where are my plates that I took off of my... Oh, where'd you go? Plates? Okay. I took them off and put them somewhere. I wonder where that was. We're not cutting anything if I can't find my plates. I took them off to do the... Oh, they'll be over here. Hang on. I found them. Okay, here we go. All right. Oh, this guy's been getting a workout with my... all the stuff from the extravaganza. I'm almost done the cutting. I have die cutting of flowers to do, but I've done probably 2/3 of it. And there's a lot because there are 54 sets of everything that I'm trying to make. Okay. All right. So we'll just crack this one off quick and then we'll do some little variations to just show you. All right, so now this die, you can see, likes to eat my stuff. When it's really, really tight, grab your bone folder and just run it around like this. Kind of like loosening the cake from the pan. And there you go. Mount it on here. Now we can do a sentiment in any orientation, depending on how well you did or did not center your flower. Let's grab a, let's see, I could do a thanks, just saying hello, wishy. I like something a little bit chunkier because this is a really chunky flower. But we need something to kind of hide in this space here. So what else have we got here? Let's celebrate. You are simply fabulous. Hooray. Thank you. Just saying hello. Thank you with all my heart. Let's see what else we got. Thanks. How about this thing? Oh. Oh, I should. Oh, this is a bit of a hot mess. Thanks. Let's just do a thanks. Okay. Now, I'm a little concerned. I was going to do it in black. Okay. Oh, it's going to be so fun, Sheila. It's going to be so fun. So fun. I don't want to do it in black because the black won't be as crisp as I want it to be, and I don't have my Stamparatus out. So I'm going to do it in the basic gray, which is my cheat. My hack, as it were. I'll just do a thanks and hope that it shows through this dark, dark purple. So it can be as simple as that. You can mat it, you cannot. Just throw it on your card. Comme ça. How pretty is that? So I was thinking though, how about if we did the accent pieces in embossing paste? So like we just don't use our embossing paste enough because it's messy, you guys. That's, I mean, we're lazy, it's messy, you know. So we're gonna do it. What I'm going to do first, though, is I'm going to grab my masks and I'm going to wipe them off. Now, when it comes to the embossing paste, there's a lot. You need to have a big area. You need it to be clean and ready to go. And you need to have like a bucket of water. I have a dry one. I don't have a dry one. Where's my... why don't I have a dry one here? Let's use this. You need to have like a large container of water to wash off your masks. It's not crucial, but it really helps clean things up. Let me see, here we go. After the fact, because you don't want the paste to dry to your masks. It really is a pain in the sraka to try to clean once it dries. I will take that hit for you guys. I'm not having water on this desk because it's not a good idea for me. But it's nice. You can just drop your mask into the bucket of water. When I say bucket, I just need one of those long Tupperware containers that you can get, or at the dollar store or anything like that. But just if you keep it moist, then it's really easy to just wipe off when you're done. I'm not going to do that though because that seems like a lot of work and a disaster waiting to happen. So we're gonna do the same thing as before. This time I'm gonna go in with the blues though. Let's do some blue flowers. And we're going to start light with the Coastal Cabana, and we're going to go darker with the Bermuda. And so, make sure I've got them the right orientation. So, number one mask, so I'm going to put the paper. I'm going to tape, let's turn this over. Let's tape down our paper. So this is a 5x3. Okay, sorry. Crafting on my own here, not even in the field of vision. Nobody's calling me out on it. Okay. Sweet sorbet and real red. Yes, it would look good in everything. Okay, so let's go in with our Coastal Cabana. Do I have a blue one? I don't know. Do I have a blue? I must have a blue. Here we go. This looks really dirty. It's clean. It's just stained. Okay, so we're going to go in with our Coastal Cabana for step one. Okay, everybody can see what we're doing here? All right. Coastal, is this the right orientation? Yes. Going in with the Coastal Cabana. At the Coastal Cabana. Music and fashion. No, music and passion. We're always in fashion. At the Copa. I don't know how I know these songs. Like, it's not like I ever listened to oldie stations. My parents never really listened to the radio. I don't know how I know these songs. Okay. I like it dark, so I'm going in dark. All right, there's our Coastal Cabana. I'm going to wipe it off while I'm here, because this is not going to go well. Okay. I'm something I know, so I don't know if cool is the word you're looking for. All right. Now I'm going to leave the layers. We're going to do that with embossing paste. So let's go in with our leaves next, even though it's supposed to be number 3. I'm going to go in and do the parakeet leaf. Because you got, I want to get to the paste part. You know, I was at Costco. Every time I go to Costco, I break it in. These nails are down to flesh, ladies. Like, they're flesh. There's nothing to break. I go to Costco, I manage to still break it because I always go to pick up a box to put it in my car, and my hands are cold, my nails are cold, and bam, another broken nail. Like, and it hurts because there's no nails left to break. That's my story for today. Okay. Maybe I was. Okay, this is the wrong color. Maybe I was a singer. I'd love to be a singer. I still keep saying I'm going to take singing lessons, but I don't. Okay. So I'm going in with my parakeet. I'd love to be a singer. I think. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't. You do have to stay up past 8 o'clock, so maybe not. I just think it'd be very cool. People to come to see you, to hear you sing. How cool is that? That'd be so cool. Okay. There's our parakeet. Hi, Karen. All right. Oh, I'm getting, okay, things were, okay, so I'm going to clean this off and we're going to put it away. All right. There you go. You can go over there. Now is when things are going to get messy. We're going to play with our paste. Now, you can use our silicone mats, and you can use, well, I've got that big blue one, but it's way down there now. So I'm just going to use my regular silicone mat and try to find one that's clean, because you know I have 4 of them. No, I have 1, 2, 3, I have 5, 4, I don't know. I have a whole bunch of these. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many silicone mats does a girl need? Apparently 5. 5 is a good number. They all have glue on them. Oh well. They're going to get messy in a minute anyway. So let's talk about our embossing paste for a minute. Ladies, once you break the seal on this bad boy, if you don't take care of it, it'll be dry inside a week. So, it could be this dancing. It's like the Masked Singer. Okay, once you've opened it. So I opened this the last time I did one of my lives, and that was like 6 months, a year ago. I don't know. It is still fresh as the day I opened it because no air is getting into it. You can take saran wrap if you have saran wrap, like cling wrap. This is the cling, this stuff, the cling film, I think it's called. Do I have it down here? Yes, I do. The press and seal. I've got more of my kitchen stuff in my craft room than I do in my kitchen. So this, the press and seal, it was on sale. I bought it. It now lives in my craft cave. Okay, it's the press and seal. And you have to seal this. Yes, Mary, that's what we're going to do. So you have to cover it with saran wrap or the press and seal, and it has to be touching the paste. If you do that, no air is getting in. And it is fresh as the day you opened it. If you do not, if you just screw the lid on, you're done. Might as well just throw it away right now. Thanks, Valerie. Yeah, the press and seal. So you have to do that. Or you're just throwing in $11 down the drain. Now, Stampin' Up! Sells these tools. I like this one the best. It still has paste on it from the last time. But they're various tools. I don't know. I don't know. Yes, you can just use the paste on its own. So without a mask. Let's just say we want to make a smooshy background that almost looks like this black one. Like this pattern, right, is just like that embossing thingy. Oh, excellent. Thank you, Carmen. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, so if I was just to use this on a card and I just wanted it to be a chunky topping, you can just take your knife, one of your knives, and you're just going to do whatever pattern you want. Get in there, get messy, and then just leave it to dry. You have some time before it gets dry. Make it chunky, make it wavy. Done. Leave it to dry. Now this is going to warp for a little bit because it's wet, like it's on paper and wet. Look at that. fun, right? And it's going to dry hard. And it really does. Look how good I did. So it's just a fun textured background. What's that? What's that, you say? You want it to have color? Okay, let's color it. So to color it, you're just going to put, how much do I need? I need this much. Like I want to cut, I'm going to use, I don't know, this much. Now I'm going to use, it depends on how thick you want it. It's okay. Now, I don't want this just hanging out, getting all hard. So I'm going to keep that kind of covered while I'm playing here, because I tend to get distracted. I don't know if you've ever met me before. Okay, I'm going to now grab my re-inker for Bermuda Bay. Bermuda Bay. So here's our re-inker. Yes, you can make snow with the embossing paste. Of course, you can do it. Bermuda Bay. Now, if you want it really dark, use a lot of drops, but I'm not using a lot of paste here. So you're just going to add it to your paste and you're going to mix it up. This is so fun. Messy fun. Now, you do want to make sure you have enough for your project, because if you go to try to make more, chances are it's not going to be the same color. It's like trying to mix paint again, right? Like good luck getting it the same color. Or icing for your cakes. Okay, so we've just mixed some. Actually, I'm going to bring in my other, look, good thing I've got like 94 different embossing or silicone mats. So I'm going to bring in our card that we're working on. No, I guess I don't need, there's no point. All right, I'm bringing in this stencil, number 2. And I'm going to lay it on top of what we already did. I'm going to grab our embossing paste. Barbara McLeod, you take that back. That's not going to make you rich. Yes, there are other companies that do sell other tools. Of course, I only ever use Stampin' Up! Because that's how I get trips to places that I can't go on. So you're just smushing this on top of your mask and scraping off the extra. Yeah, you could use another silicone mat, but it's not getting dirty. So I'm just scraping off the extra. Now, the thinner it is on your cardstock, the less it's going to warp. Lift it up. And now you've got texture. Oh, see, I shouldn't leave baby wipes around here. It's getting all over everything. So this is just, it's not as dark as I would like. The contrast isn't as dark. However, you ideally, when you've got this stuff mixed, you want to use a few different cards. You don't want to waste that. So what I'm going to do here, because I've got this mixed, I'm just going to use it on another card. Don't want to waste it. And it's not going to keep, I'll tell you that right now. I just threw away my other one. It was rock hard. It was colored. I don't know what color I had done it in, but it's in the garbage right now because it went rock hard. There. Waste not, want not. So there's a fun background for another time. I could even do one more. Since I'm here, and since I have it, you don't want to waste it. This one won't be as thick because I don't have as much. And this is getting hard, so you can see this is already, it's already dry. And this is already dry. But there, we maximized that, so that can hang on over there. Now we're going to go in and I'm going to mix up and use a little bit of green. I don't need much for this one, so I'm going to use a different tool because that one's dirty. And I just want the little bit of green. That's probably way too much. Well, you know what? I can use it on the other. I can add it to the others. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to grab my re-inker for the Granny Apple Green. Okay. Isn't that fun, Sheila? It's so fun. Okay, so Granny Apple Green. I'm going to make this dark, dark, dark. Like I'm going to add way more re-inker than I should because I want to get more accent. This one isn't as dark as I would have liked. So, won't make that mistake again, will we? We're going to go super dark on this one. And then what I've got left over on this one, I'll put on the blue ones as well because they're a great color combination. Okay, so that is goopy. Bring in our next mask. Now this, it's, you know what, it's pretty much already dry. So I'm not worrying that this is going to be on top of it because it's 99% dry. Okay. Grab, so this is just the thinner spatula. Same as before. You just need to make sure when you use these masks that if you have cardstock hanging over the edge, like look what's going to happen. You're going to get it all yucky. So just make sure that everything is masked off properly to protect your card stock. Okay, that one worked out way better than this one that wasn't dark enough. Love it. And it's got texture. So now I'm going to bring in this one because I got way too much of this green left over now. And let's bring in a third silicone mat because my other one's dirty with blue. Oh, this is making it quite wet, the paper, but a little more texture. So that, okay, it might look like the dog's breakfast, but anyway, it's artistic. I don't know. It's very wet, so that'll take a little while to dry. This one's still a little bit wet. But look, you guys, look at that. It's 7:52. That was like less than 20 minutes for all the dyeing and all my talking. Although I do really want to make this more blue. So you know what? I'm going to do it again. I'm going to bring this in. I'm going to make a little bit more. I'm going to make it bluer because I can. Do whatever I want. I'm not going to do a lot because you really don't need a lot. I'm going to make it super blue. Super blue. Oh, I get it, Barbara. I get it. I get it. We're not the only show in town, honestly. And you know me, right? You've watched my show before, and I'm all about the free, and the cheaper. So I do understand, absolutely. All right, so this is quite wet. Gonna line it up again though. Get it back in here. I mean, these days we're all on budgets, right? Like we just have to be. I went to, today I had to gas up, and I'm like, seriously? This morning it was like 119. When I need gas, 2 hours later it's 125. I'm like, dang it. Okay, so I'm just gonna like that. So it's wet. It's going to buckle my paper a bit, but that's okay. There, that's a little bit better. Look at that. So the neat thing about this is the texture. Like it's just so cool. Once it dries, then you can die cut it. You could do it now. Okay, it was so wet that it actually did bleed under here. I'm going to take... It's still wet, so I'm just going to scrape parts of this off because that's not quite the look I'm going for. It went under the mask a bit because it was quite loose. Just do a little bit of surgery here. I didn't quite line it up exactly on top of the other one. So when that dries, I'll just scrape it a little bit more. There, like that. But look at the difference. I just love it. I just love it. Look at that, $7.54. $1.71. Yikes, that's just gross. Well, $1.25. Last week it was like $1.24, then went down to $1.15, and then a couple hours later it was back up to $1.24. It was $1.15, $1.19, eked up to $1.21, and now it's like $1.25. So yeah, you just never know. It depends on the hour, right? Excuse me. All right, so before you pack up your embossing paste, I'm going to use a whole new sheet here, and what I'm going to do first is I'm going to pat that down. I'm going to get this smooth. Because you want to get that cling film on there. I'm going to use a piece of cling film. Or the press and seal. And you have to get it as tight against that film as possible in order to keep it fresh. Okay, so while I'm doing this, you guys, this is your last chance to get Celebrations items. It ends on the 28th. It is your last chance to get the starter kit deal. Ooh, another thing that just came out, the refills for the last Paper Pumpkin, the Sunshine and Smiles Paper Pumpkin kit. The refills just came out today. If they're still available, they will sell out. So if you want those, order those soon. But the clock is ticking on all of that. Again, if you're in the Edmonton area and you want to come to my, it's a kit night. Like, it's not so much a class. It really is about getting together. It's going to be so fun. Like I say, there's 12 of us. Some I haven't seen since COVID. I haven't seen, like Karen, she's coming. I haven't seen her in probably 3-4 years. My post office lady is coming. So many of my good friends are coming. I'm really excited. And we're going to eat some Chinese food at Panda Express. It's on March 7th. It's $35. We're doing either the birthday kit or the Million Thanks kit. Let me know if you would like to come to that. I did my ordering, but as discussed, I might have an extra 10 kits in my stash if you wanted to come. So I've just pushed that down. I'm going to use this extra piece too, because why not? It's here. I don't want this stuff going bad. It's like $11. I use it apparently once a year. I think it's $11. So I'm just getting that in there as tight as I can. And so I didn't actually make a card tonight, but we played with some toys. There's still 3 minutes. Like, let me just show you, and then I'm going to screw this lid back on. Okay, so that's the embossing paste, yada, yada, yada. I want to show you some of these. Actually, the video that Sarah did, so on the other mask, that is the hashes. Where's the hash? I don't know where it is, because it's really messy in here. The hashes, you can do them in a row, you can mix and match them, you can do all kinds of different things. But, like, let's just do a quick look. I got 3 minutes. Tracy, let's do a plaid. Like, look at these, they're so pretty. Let's do a quick plaid one. What color should I use? What colors should I use? Should I use, I don't want to use red and black. Sweet, cherry cobbler. It's real red or Merlot. I haven't used Merlot in forever. It's probably really yucky, yucky, yucky. What should I do? Red and green? What color should I use? Purple? We just used, no, Valerie, can't hog. Can't hog. What can I use with cherry cobbler? We could use like early espresso. Yeah, I'm doing it. You waited too long. So now I'm doing my own thing. Okay. I got 2 minutes. Let's just see what we can come up with this. Still 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go. All right. Let's get out our cherry cobbler. And then maybe I'll do this one. I should tape down. Good night, Sheila. Thanks for popping in. Yeah. Okay. So this one I'm going to keep. Oh, okay. That's not going to work for me because I need to do, if you're going to do mask, tape it down. You got to, okay. So if I did, nope, can't do that because it's going to cover up my spot. I'll just have to not move it. So I did this in the cherry cobbler, or maybe I'll trim it down so it's even because this will drive me crazy if it's not even. Okay, so we'll go like this. Yeah, I'll trim it after, but let's just do it and hope that I don't move it too much. Let's get in here with our cherry. Now, when you have stuff like this, you want to make sure you go in one direction because if you move the mask, you're not going to get that crisp edge that you're looking for. When it comes to using these brushes, like I want the paper saturated, like really deep, delicious saturation. Full on. You know what might be faster? I was going to say be faster to just do the ink pad right on it. Maybe I'll just do a little section here and then I'll trim it to use it like as an element on a card. Because time is of the essence. Let's just see how this looks. And you can't even see. You guys, you got to yell at me. Here we go. Got to yell louder. And then I have to look at the screen to see you yelling. Okay, so I moved it a little bit. Okay. Masks are fun. They're just not great. Like if you're mass producing, then it's not, you know, it's not the quickest, but it sure is fun. Okay, look. Love it. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Now let's go in with these. Oh, how cute is this going to be? Now, what pattern should I do here? Like this? Should I have, or like that? Options. Let's go like this maybe. Yeah, that's a little too precise. That's not working out for me. Let's try that. Okay, and I'm gonna need, I'm gonna do, like, oh, I do have a brown one. I'm not gonna mess up another brush. This one is browns. So going in with my early espresso. How are we gonna do this? Line up there. Try not to move it. Okay, wish me luck. It's not 100%. Okay, let's go there. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's juicy. Might be too juicy. Oh, okay. That was a mistake. So now the red is only going to show up through, okay, well, I kind of screwed that up hard. Okay, well, we're going to see how this looks. I'm covering up all the red now. So the red will only show up on some of these little lines and not very many of them. Oops. Maybe it'll look awesome. Maybe it won't. I don't even know where the edge of my cardstock is. I think it's over here. I've lost the plot. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, okay, not as bad as I thought. It was wrong. It was wrong. I wanted the red to be the dominant, but okay, that works too. So, I mean, that could be a fun element on a card, right? Oh, what I screwed up there. I didn't actually get the blue. Anyway, you get the idea. Masks. They're fun. Messy fun. It's 8:03. My time here is over. What else do I have to say? Not much. Celebrations. I'm here tomorrow morning, so I'll go over all of the details tomorrow. 10 o'clock for coffee break. And yeah, it's 10, no later than 10:30 because I have a meeting at 10:30. And what else? There was something else that was happening on Friday. Nothing. I'm going for a pedicure. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Anyway, thanks for popping in. If you have any questions on anything, give me a shout. But yeah, celebrations, you guys, like it's ending. So get on that. These masks are free with a $60 order. So now you know how to use them. Go get them. All right. Enjoy the rest of your evening. We will see you tomorrow morning for coffee break. If not, I will see you Monday for Mystery Card Monday. Have a great night, you guys. Bye.